Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your boy Yusuf Hamouda alongside Ahmed Saifan for another episode of the Weekly Sports Show brought to you by AZ Construction Company, Ozarka
Water. As you guys can tell, we've been kicked out of another location. We had to find a new place to record.
We were like, okay, kicked out of IGKC, kicked out of ICK. What other masjid is there? ICJC. We pulled up to the parking lot. They were like, hell no. We walked out. So yeah, we ended up here. We're not gonna disclose this location for security purposes.
Anyways, we are done with the regular season. Next week's playoffs. Let's talk about.
I'm pumped. Let's go.
Let's talk about the previous games and.
All right, so first up we had Ubadah
versus Ahmed Mahmoud. We picked Ubadah to win. Ubadah did just that. He took care of business. I don't think Mahmoud really had a chance.
What do you expect from the former champ coming off of a loss? You see, I mean,
yeah, he's focused on playoffs. He's ready.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready for it to get his revenge.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Moving on, we have Adi Z and Enes Dalak. This one. We picked it Adi to win, and that's what Adi did. In the first half, it was really close, exciting game, turnovers left and right. It was so exciting. And then second half, there was an unfortunate turnover by Ridwan Al-Badawi, and
we put him on the spot.
Well, that's the only reason they lost. After that, it was downhill. Khalas, then Adi Z, he took care of business.
I can think of another reason why they lost. It seems like Enes Dalak's team doesn't have that clock in their heads. And I can say the same thing about maybe Ali Z's team and Ahmed Mahmoud's team at times. They just don't have that clock in their head when they need to really, really, execute in the last minutes of the game. They don't have that built in. You know how some teams have it and some teams don't? Mm-hmm. Sometimes the captain's the only one that has it on the team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Ali took care of his business, and we're going to go down to the touchline and speak with Firas Al-Hussein, and he's going to interview Hassan Mansi.
Yes, Firas.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. We are here with two teammates from Insha'Allah that just had a pretty nice victory. Guys, introduce yourselves.
Hassan Mansi.
Ali.
Guys, what was your highlight today?
It had to be on defense. There was a lot of ducks in the air. I mean, anybody could have grabbed them, and took a few to the house. And other than that, our quarterback, he was on par. He gave us a lot of throws. Everything was rolling good for us today.
Now the quarterback.
I think one of the biggest things on our team today is we showed up to play. We came here to have fun. We showed up to finish. We played all the game through. And that's about it.
What are you guys ready for next week? What's your plans for next week?
Well, I was going to bring a hash brown, see if I can get Hassan Jadallah off Ahmed Mahmoud's team, see if the trade will go through, but I don't know if it's still up and going. But other than that, I'm just going to bring me every week and 100%. You know how I play.
I just think showing up for the playoffs next week is to do what we've been doing all season, is come here, have fun, play the game, come in, finish, do play-by-play, nothing big, nothing special, just come in and do our job.
Now I just hear this team that you're going to be playing.
You guys throw water.
And we're back. Moving on, the last game of the day we had Fahad and Mohannad. This was predicted to be a very close game, and it was just that. The final score was 56-52. Fahad took the win.
I think it was a blowout for most of the time. They came back in the last minute, though.
It was a blowout for most of the game. It was 40-20 at halftime. Mohannad made a late, short attempt at trying to get the game, but
I mean, you gotta admit, like Fahad's team wasn't playing at their best.
No.
Like it was kind of one of those games. I think they were maybe hungover from the game before or something. They were also missing one of their best players in Ahmed Al-Badawi, who's actually here in studio, and we'll be talking to him later on. A new addition to the weekly sports show.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Fahad, he came out there. He did what Fahad does best, and that's just improvise.
And we also have another interview with the whole team. Send it down to the touchline with Firas Al-Hussein.
Alaikum wa rahmatullah. We are here with the victorious team, the undefeated Fahad's team. Guys, what's your team name?
Muslimin.
Muslimin, mashallah. We are 5-0. How does it feel?
Amazing. But it's because of them. You see all of these? All these guys, it's because of them.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, the humbleness. So what was your guys' score right now?
56-52.
What's your guys' plans for the playoffs next week?
Man, inshallah, just keep doing what we've been doing. We've been 5-0 for a reason, right?
All right. What's we got a couple of MVPs. We got, mashallah, a lot of people doing a lot of stuff out there. How many touchdowns did you get?
I don't think I had any touchdowns.
Not today.
No, not today.
I had like maybe 4 2-point conversions.
2-point conversions. Mashallah, we got a guy over there with 4 touchdowns.
Sneak in now. Sneak in now.
Woo! How does it feel to be leading the scoreboard today?
I don't know.
Feels great. Feels great.
I just opened.
That's good. That's good. Last thing I saw when I was watching the game today, we saw an awesome play. I wish we would have got it on video, but we did not. Walid decided to make the dive for a lob. That's not even that far away from him, but he just wanted to emphasize it. How does it feel?
Man, I'm still injured.
It's still on injured reserve list. We'll see if he can play next week or not. Back to you guys.
And we're back. Guys, that was week 5. That's the regular season. If you take a look at the standings, we have a team with 0 wins, 1 win, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, and 5 wins.
That's so.
It's.
I've never seen that before. Have you?
No.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That's crazy.
It's pretty balanced to me. I don't know. It seems like
I like it better when there's like, I don't know. There's a really garbage team and a really good team and a bunch of like average teams in the middle. That's what the best season is.
I wish Ennis' team got a win, but you know that's how life is.
Man, that's so sad. They weren't even worth a rant. we didn't really care enough to. It wasn't frustrating to us to. I don't know. Was it because they were having fun? I don't know.
We I don't know what they were doing this whole season.
What are we doing?
I don't know. That's
lives?
it, guys.
What is this?
That was the regular season.
Now it gets serious.
All right, guys. That was the regular season. We're about to go to break. Stay tuned for the next segment. We have probably the biggest news of the season and of all. It has major implications on the MFL future.
It's actually
Stay tuned.
Very devastating.
Very big news. Stay tuned. Assalamu alaikum. We're back from the break. We have something to share with the league. On Monday, after the last week's games, a player, a captain, a role model, a mentor, he took to Facebook, Mohamed al-Badawi, he has announced his retirement. I will read off the excerpt that he has posted. Salam, and I quote, Salam, ... After all these fun years, this will be my last week playing. Body can't take it anymore. Looking forward to seeing the young studs flourish, inshallah. This is like a bridge losing its support beam. This man has been a great contributor to setting up the leagues, to revolutionizing the rules, to cheating the system and winning so many titles. He's done it all. This league won't be the same without him. Mohamed al-Badawi, we will miss you. We're going to go and show a highlight reel recapping your season. We're going to talk, Yusuf Hamouda and Ahmed al-Badawi will recap your season and your career.
When we get back.
And then we will call you up. We're going to speak about you, inshallah.
back. I'm back with Ahmed Al Badawi, and we're here to just recap Muhammad Al Badawi's current state of retirement. First and foremost, what do you think of his retirement?
Yusuf, who would we all consider the best player in MFL history? There would be no consent now, though, would there? Would there be any?
No.
Yusuf, it's the guy who sensed that divine connection to each of us. Sets what the eye sees to what the brain sees or thinks, and then to what the heart pumps. I mean, it's very unfortunate. He's my mentor. He got me started up in this league.
I'm absolutely devastated, you know.
Speechless.
He gave me one of my first opportunities on a team in prime position, you know. It was the first time, you know, I think Muhammad was the first person who didn't look at me as that 13-year-old scrub.
Oh yeah.
But he saw me as the future of this league. You know, and I bet it was the same situation for you as well.
It was. And the thing about Muhammad is that, Yusuf, you have to understand in the beginning that football is not track and field. It's not a game with a measuring stick or a stopwatch. It's a gorgeously subjective sport. And Muhammad portrayed that so well. And honestly, I feel like he sent it to me very well.
You can see the beauty of the sport through him. You can see the different aspects that he used to offer when he was a part of this league, when he was active.
And his fabulous, just his drive and his motivation, his need to win,
his
and
passion
electoral
for the game.
passage urge is just stupefying, and it's amazing.
I remember when I was a kid. I wasn't even into football at the time. This guy was sitting with Abada, sitting with the guys, and I remember him just, we need to do a football league. I'm gonna have it all set up, and he was so excited, so passionate, you know. And it was really hard to get started, and you know, sometimes he couldn't do it all by himself. So when finally, you know, people came in and it was consistently a league every season, it was like a dream come true for Muhammad and for most other people. But his passion would shine through. So
He's probably the Lamar Hunt of our MFL.
For sure, he's probably one of the founders.
Yeah, he for sure
founding
is.
fathers of the league.
He is.
So, what are your expectations for this last game? What is Muhammad gonna come out and try to do in his last ever game?
See, the thing about Muhammad is, as a human being and as an athletic, you don't have to be athletic. Just a person into sports or any human with a heart. When he sees what Muhammad does, it kind of just, you fall in love in that exquisite rapture. You know what I mean? It kind of brings you out there. And so
it's very devastating.
It honestly is. I have no clue what the season will bring, but I for sure know that he'll put up a fight no matter who he's up against. No matter he's up against a team like Anas, that's unfortunate. No, he's gonna play like it's literally his last game.
Play with passion.
Play like his last game.
So, playing with Muhammad on a team, how does it usually feel like? We've both played on most of his teams, so I think we're in the best position to say. So first, what do you think when you play with Muhammad? What do you feel?
I could go on for days about that, honestly, but the main thing is the fact that you feel so comfortable and on ease right when you get on his team, especially when you're a newcomer to this, not just to this league, to the sport in general. He welcomed me with open arms, and to me that's more important than him trying to teach me how to catch a football or throw a football or run. You know, it's just to get in that comfortable state with him, and his drive to win is, I mean,
you know,
no doubt one of the best competitors I've seen in my time.
See, the sign of a true leader is when when somebody evaluates the people around him and tries to put them in the best position to win. And that's what Muhammad did better than any of the captains of all time.
Right. He made a lot of young players to what they are now, and a lot of us, generally older guys to what we're becoming older guys. As many older guys are retiring. I know Ahmed Ghazali is also retiring. Anas could also be possibly on the way to exit. So without him, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be who we are.
Yeah, we wouldn't be sitting here on the weekly sports show. We'd be sitting at home, thinking, we should make a football league someday.
Exactly. And on a less serious note, I mean, this is probably depressing, but we'll for sure talk to him soon and, connect with him on what he thinks about all this too.
Yeah, I bet he really appreciates, really appreciates the league. Really, I don't think he's gonna vanish from the league after he retires. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be visiting every other week, to see how we're doing. We're basically like his little brothers,
And his love for the game won't go away, but his physical presence will. But his love for the game would.
Honestly, I'll be surprised if he doesn't pull a Brett Favre and come back at least 3 other times.
Hey, I mean that sounds good to me. I don't know about you, but
same.
So,
I'd love to play for him for another season.
I would too. All right, and before we get to call Muhannad and share all this connection on a less depressing note, we'll just give you guys a little break and we'll be right back.
Now we're on the phone with the man of the hour, Muhannad Al-Badawi, the retiree. How you doing, man?
Assalamu alaikum, Muhannad. How are you? Can you hear us? You're speaking with Yusuf and your cousin.
Oh, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Muhannad? Yusuf has we both have a lot of questions to ask you, and it'll probably. You're probably gonna have to stick through this with us, man, because we're gonna ask you about a lot of
emotional.
Yeah, and a lot about opinion questions, and you gotta pick one right on the spot and make it easy for us and you.
Okay.
So me and Ahmed before we called you up, we were just saying how you're like one of the founding fathers of the league. I mean, what was your motivation to start something up like this, like a Muslim football league? And we know you have a huge passion for it.
I mean, look, let me tell you something. When Didi and Ala and were here, and Murad was here, and Omar was healthy, and Hassan was young, and Mikhail was healthy, and Hosseini was here, you're talking about 2 rounds of top 2-round picks all gone. They started it really. I was just I just did my part with them. And what it was is, since we were kids, man, football was our life as a group, and we tried to stay away from trouble, obviously doing it, and we all love the game, man. If you love the game and have the hunger for the game, man, it's going to be fun, man. So all those guys helped start it, man, and everyone somewhere in the world, and everyone took their own path in life.
So would you say that being said, that's the reason why you felt like it was time to move on, or was it just strictly a physical thing, a physical inability that you feel made you retire?
I mean, me, it's physical for sure. It's physical for sure. Obviously, I still would love to play, man, but sometimes physically you can't, and I'm at that level where I can't, man. And I'm not going to be captain and play when I know I'm not going to be 100%, man. I'm not going to do that to my teammates, man. When I draft players, I play for them. I don't play for me. So I would never do that to jeopardize their season, man. And I love all my teams I've ever played for, man. Every player I've ever drafted, I thought high of, for sure.
Well, Muhannad, I have a quick question, and this could be answered in many ways, and I know you got a perfect answer for this. What does winning mean to you?
Winning is having trust in your teammate. Winning is building chemistry. Winning is knowing that your teammate is trying just as hard as you are, and knowing your teammate is dedicated just as hard as you are. If all that happens, and you guys play as a team, and everyone's dedication is at the same level, and everyone's motivation is at the same level, and everyone's really listening to their captain, that's winning, man. That's what it's all about. It's not about winning the championship. It's about doing what it takes to win it, man. When you win a championship, that means you did all the above. You feel closer to all those people from that day, man. Just from the football league, from that day, you'll be closer to that person, man. And throughout the season, you'll see growth. You'll know something about one of your teammates you didn't know about. And through winning, all this becomes better, man. Because when you lose, no one likes to lose. When you lose, you're losing trust in teammates. You get disappointed. You think one is slacking, one comes late, one doesn't care as much. So, and if you do all the right things, man, that's what leads to winning, and that's what makes it feel so good.
For sure, yeah. I hear you out there, man. And I mean, since you drafted me that Grandview League, I think a lot of that has been portrayed in me as well. So
yeah, we both came to a consensus, me and Ahmed Badawi, that you were the captain who gave both me and him a chance at some point. You know, moving us from that one bench player that nobody really knows too much to
what we are now.
To what we are now.
5-0 team.
5-0. Yeah, we are a 5-0 team. You groomed us.
We do have credit. I mean, you have credit for really why we're both 5-0 too. I mean, and I say that with the bottom of my heart too. So, if you're not having a good season, you're not winning. Just know that we're also partially playing for you.
Yeah, I genuinely feel like you were the one that kind of taught me how to win. Taught me that it's not about you. It's about the team. It's about what's best for the team, and you got to do, whatever it takes to put your team in the best position. And that won't necessarily mean that you're gonna have the highest stats or the highest, profile out there.
Yeah.
So, we'd like to thank you for that.
And also, Muhammad, real quick, man. Best memory in MFL history. What is it?
Well, first of all, let me first of all respond to what you guys said, man. First of all, I appreciate everything, man. And I'm telling you guys, any player that I've ever drafted with you guys obviously fall under that criteria. I have high hopes for, man. And when I play in the game, it may seem like I'm a selfish player and I only want to win for myself, but I can care less about myself, man. I want to win for my teammates, man. I go home Sundays, I can't even get out of bed, man. It's ridiculous, man. But by next Sunday's game, when I'm stretching, I'm still hurting from last week's game. And I'm doing this for my teammates, man. And I always want you guys to do the best, man. And I push for you guys to do the best, man. You guys all have the highest ceiling of potential. It's crazy, man. If you guys only knew it, man. Half of you guys' mistakes is mental, man. You guys work on that, man. This league is gonna be crazy in a couple of years.
Inshallah. So, best memory MFL history. Hit us.
Man.
You have to pick
man.
one.
I'm gonna have to give you two, man. I'm gonna have to give you two.
All right.
One of them was we were down 7 late in the fourth quarter after being down 14. We scored. They got the ball. It was a crucial third down, and Fahad overthrew his receiver, and it came right in my hands for a pick six, and that carried us on to the championship game, man. That was my number two. My number one would probably have to be playing against Alma in the championship. Alma was always unbeatable. It was 4 minutes left in the game. I was down 7, and I threw a pick six to Alma. So we were down 14 with 4 minutes. We came back, but we were down within 7. We scored with 7 seconds left, and we went for 2 for the win. And man, my boy Noodle, man, Noodle just did his thing, man. I ran on the left. I was nobody on the left. I ran all the way on the right. 7 seconds. We get this. We win the championship, man. You have to imagine. We go on the right. I see Noodle cutting all the way out of bounds. The only place he can catch it is towards the ground because the defender is right behind him. So I threw it, and he got on his knees, and he put his arms fundamentally under the ground, and it just came in his palm, and we won the game.
Wow, I mean that's noodle for you right there.
That's what we play for moments like that.
Exactly, and to be honest, only you and a small amount of guys could be in that position you were in. But now to a more serious note question: what is the worst memory in MFL history?
Was it last week?
Man, the worst memory? No, it's not last week. The worst memory, honestly, man, I don't have a worst memory, man. The only bad memories I have is every time I throw a pick, man, I feel like I'm letting my team down. Those are the worst feelings ever. That's about it.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. But one last thing, because this might be probably the last time you'll ever talk out to the members of the MFL. What's your message to all the players?
Everyone playing.
Everyone.
Global message.
All right, the message to the players is, first of all, if I tell you something, know that I want you to do better. So from now on, know I want the best from all of you, and I see so much potential in all of you. And when we were younger, we used to go to the football tournament every year in Florida, and we started that. And we already set up a team of the younger generation, which are going later in this year. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this MFL season to kind of scout and make teams depending on that who we take every year. So everybody keep trying hard, man. You guys are all 19, 20, there's 18-year-olds. Man, when we were playing in our prime time when we were in the 22, 23, man. You guys still have many years to come, man. If you guys just have the hunger we have, just keep striving at the hunger, man. We all had hunger, man. Dion would drool in his beard, man. Hassan would do what he takes, man. Ahmed wouldn't drop a ball. We had hunger. You guys get that hunger. You guys keep having confidence in yourself. If I can give you tips, I will. Trust me. And man, I don't know, man. You guys are all the sickest, man. I can't wait to just come and watch every single game, man.
Right back at you, Mohanad, man. Sadly and unfortunately, we're running out of time. But if we had more time, this could go on forever. But
Jazakumullah
khair for coming in, and we'll see you next week. And best of luck for your last week, man.
Well, yeah, I appreciate it, both of you. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank you. All
right,
there you have it, folks. Mohanad Al-Badawi. What more can we say? We'll be right back after this break. Pretty eyes of the Kansas City, clouds and sun looking down upon its youth of football. Alongside spectating those youth, full of wonder of what that day will bring. As the famous phrase, the promise of magic. You don't know what's coming, you don't know if it's coming, or when it's coming. But you know there's something in the air tonight, by the immortal words of Phil Collins. Sunday will be crackling, guys, and will continue to crackle under the heavens of Kansas City. Will it be Mohanad's team that had a couple wobbles, as some would say, or Ahmed Mahmoud, off form, as others would say, or would it be Ali Z, supposedly not being the higher end of the notes? Or Enes' thin line of failure is in question, or Albada's quest for sweet revenge. Sweet bitter revenge, that is. Or Fahad's team, Muslimin, the dark invaders, come to wreck and ruin like the volcano of Pompeii. Dramas everywhere, guys. This isn't Shakespeare. We know who's in the deathbed of Romeo and Juliet, yet here we don't know who's the hero, who's the villain. The Calderon of Roe Park on Sunday will be vibrating like a violin string. Okay. Isn't that right, guys? We heard.
Alright, so we're here with Hussein Yusuf, player on Ali Z's team, and Hussein, we're just gonna go through the playoff matchups and see what you think of each one, who's gonna win, and I think we'll let you go because you're at work. We're understanding. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So round one,
we have your team versus Ahmed Mahmoud's team. What's your prediction on this one?
Well, you already know. It's going to be our team. We going to win. And like I said, they going to learn. They're not going to be able to stop
They gonna get there. And I'm gonna bring a box of Kleenex for Ahmed because I know he a little soft sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So. And I don't know if all of the players gonna show up too. That's another thing. But for us, we gonna be straight. We gonna be practicing. You know, we gonna make sure that our cuts are there. You know, we gonna be making sure that nobody drops the football. And you seen how we played defense last week. So.
All right. So we have you advancing to the next round. And the other first round matchup is between Mohanned and Enes.
On a less personal note, yeah, Mohanned and Enes, what you think?
What's your quick prediction?
That's going to be a good game, and it's going to be a tough call. Because even when we played Enes last week, it was a scary first half. So Enes is really, 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 what's the word I'm trying to look for? He's looking for a win.
Like a trap team?
And he's going to retire. So this is probably his last playoff game. So this is going to be a tough call, but I'm going to give this to Mohanned.
All right.
So
in the second round of the final four, we're gonna have Mohanned playing against. Ubada, and then Fahad versus Adizi.
Adizi, yes. So first up,
Mohanned playing Ubada, right?
Yes. Brother Bull.
I'm just gonna cut it short. Ubada's gonna get this one.
Oh snap! All right, and then the other matchup, Fahad versus your team. Let's be honest with this one, okay? Let's be honest.
Okay. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna cut this short. You know, y'all got a nice little squad. Y'all cool. Fahad is a smart quarterback, and y'all gotta remember that. I taught that dude how to throw. I taught him how to run. I taught him how to cut. I taught him how to do a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so this is what I think. It's gonna be a offense and a defensive game. However, I think defense-wise, we're probably a lot smarter on the defense side and on offense. We may go into overtime, but definitely the one is going to go to Ali Ziad's team.
Oh, snap.
Definitely.
All right. Then.
And the reason why I also say this is because Fahad doesn't have a running back.
Shelby is running back.
We can run, we can throw, we can do a little bit of everything. Fahad, all you can do is pass.
All right, so your championship matchup is your team versus Ubada's team.
Now let's be honest on this one. I know you're lying to us about the last one. Let's get real.
And I was telling the truth, and I know because you're on Fahad's team, of course. Which is cool, you know.
Yeah, I'm just doing some friendly trash talking.
If you guys were a bit liberal, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm kidding. But anyways, Ubada, I really don't know who's on his team. I haven't been assessing his team as much. But
all you need to know is Ubada's on the team.
Very smart football player, and he did pick up some really, really good guys. And, you know, they are a really good football team. And that would probably be one of the toughest match. More tougher than Fahad's team, I would say. But I'm still going to give this one to us. We're going to end up winning the whole playoff.
Oh, snap.
Let's go.
You guys heard it here first.
Jazakumullah khairan for the interview. That was awesome.
All right. Thank you very much, man. You provided some good stuff. See you on Sunday, inshallah.
All right.
See ya.
See ya, bro.
All right, Yusuf. Now,
so moving on to a more serious note.
All right. So let's go ahead and break down the playoffs once again. We heard his stuff. Let's be honest. It's not gonna happen.
It was pretty BS. So
all right, so
I think his bracket's gonna be busted like the first first matchup.
All right, so let's do our version and let's provide some logic. You know what I'm saying?
Let's some rationality.
All right, so
on this show.
First game, we have Adizi and Ahmed Mahmoud.
Okay, this is sick because the last time they played was crazy.
Yeah, the last game Adizi pulled away with a win. So, are we going to see a repeat or what? What do you think we're going to see?
Revenge. Ahmed Mahmoud's going to come out firing. Boom. Gone. First round.
The thing
Sorry,
is,
Hussein.
Man, Ahmed Mahmoud, I want them to succeed, but I just haven't seen their fire all season. I'm seeing more fire in Adizi's team. I think they're going to get up for this game more, and I think they're just going to take Ahmed Mahmoud again. And
so you said Adizi. I said Ahmed Mahmoud. So we're conflicting in this one.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Keep going.
And then Mohanned versus Enes.
All right. So you've picked against Mohanned every single...
No, listen. With this recent news
I bet this is the reason why he was retiring right now.
Look, with the recent news that Mohamed is retiring, there's no way he's finishing his career on a first-round playoff loss to an 0-5 team.
Man, I'm just surprised that the same season that you did not pick him to win any games, he decides to retire. That's not a coincidence.
Okay, but I have him advancing because there's no way he's ending his career on losing to an 0-5 team. Mohamed's going to advance. So for my second round, I'm going to have Fahad versus playing Mohamed, and I'm going to have Abada playing versus Adisi. So in my predictions, I think Fahad is going to win, Abada is going to win. I think that's going to be the championship matchup. What about you?
I agree with Mohamed winning in the first round, and then same thing. Unfortunately for the people who worked so hard to get up there, it's going to be a Fahad versus Abada matchup.
I mean, if it's not a Fahad versus Abada championship, then there's no point of playing this MFL.
I mean, exactly.
I mean,
it was intense.
That was the best game I've ever seen in my life.
And it's not going to be raining this time.
And
so everybody's going to get to see it.
I have to see this game again. I'm predicting it to happen. They're the two best teams. The standings show it. Everything shows it. It's Abada, the reigning champion, versus
Look
Fahad.
at this pen. It's Fahad green.
So, in the regular season, when we talked about this matchup, you said the winner of the regular season matchup will not be the winner of the championship matchup. Are you going to stick with this?
And
do you feel the same way?
Unfortunately, that's what my logical, rational thought process.
And that's what history has told us.
That's what history has told us. There's only been one or two teams who have gone completely undefeated and not choked in the championship. So, I don't know. If we win, then, this team's going to go down in history. If we lose, we're just another
just another team
who chokes in the championship.
This happened to me last year. Me and you are an Amir Deluxe team. We beat Abada in the regular season. He took care of us in the championship game. I like to go off history, and that's what I think is going to happen. Abada's going to take this one, but Fahad's going to put up a fight. Don't get me wrong.
I say Abada's going to get bored and retire if it doesn't go into overtime.
All right, I'm going to pick Abada to win.
I'm going to pick Abada to win too.
You guys heard it
just
here.
Because I have to stick by my prediction, and since we beat them, I guess I don't know.
All right, so we have Abada once again for the second year in a row, championship winner of the MFL.
I don't like saying that, but I gotta stick by my prediction that I had previously held, and I'm just gonna go with Abada's team on this one.
All right, so that's our predictions for the MFL conclusion. Let's go and recap of something that's not really talked about as much: the referees.
I bet you wouldn't have said anything if you weren't the ref, and you just want to be talked about at least once on this show.
All right.
I understand.
So we're gonna go down to Firas Hussein once again. He's gonna interview the refs. Let's see their thoughts.
Thank you, Yusuf. We are here with probably the two most hated guys in the league right now, the two refs, and then a guest ref that was also hated quite a bit today. Guys, how does it feel?
Feels horrible.
This is terrible. This is 6 weeks of stress.
I'm actually thankful I only got spit on twice.
So you can see these guys, mashallah, Allah yajzihim al-khair, they have been going through quite a bit. We got people in the background making funny faces. Nobody takes them seriously. I heard so many shouts at them, so many people yelling, screaming. Amir, I could have pictured somebody punching you for a little bit. What do you think?
I think after that, I'm done. There's no more MFL. Me and Saifan are done.
We're gonna have to convince them otherwise. Saifan.
Listen, even though I'm mad at everyone for 3 hours every Sunday, at the end of the day, I forgive them.
MashaAllah, good brotherly love. Izzat?
Just don't spit on me next time.
So there you guys go. The 2.5 most hated people in the world, in the league at least, and this is probably the thing that they are hated for most. And because of this, the flag. Probably because it wasn't thrown enough, at least in our games. Back to you guys.
You guys are animals.
Thank you, Firas. We're back, and it's been a season, guys. It's been one long, great season. We look forward to seeing you next Sunday to cap off this amazing season.
This has been another episode of the Weekly Sports Show brought to you by AZ Custom Homes. Anybody else?
It's probably
brought
the last
to you by
episode. It's probably the last episode. Depending how we feel. But guys.
And if we come back next season for another season of the Weekly Sports Show, we're probably gonna have a new host.
Maybe a new location.
Host. Maybe for sure new location. We switch locations like every week. But yeah, this has been another episode of the Weekly Sports Show brought to you by AZ Custom Homes, and we'll see you guys next season. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.